For those of you looking for city life, just wait until you see what we've got for you in beautiful Chieti. What a stunning place this is. So today we're in the centre of beautiful Chieti, in an area that's well, it's absolutely stunning, this part. It really is. This place comes to life at night time. There's new bars and things like that. So characteristic. I'm going to do another video on the centre of Chieti. I'll post that as soon as possible. Here's Domenico trying to hide away from the camera.
Welcome, Chieti.
Such a great place, this. So the arch that I've just shown you is just round this corner, and this part of the city has become sort of a, what can I say? You say chic? I don't often use these words. But there's all these restaurants that's opened up down here. It's become a real sort of popular part of town. It has become the new in place to be. And there you can see another arched entrance that takes you up to the town. 5 minutes walk and you're in the main part of the city. So location wise is absolutely superb. And the street we're going down is called Via Paradiso, and the property is almost to the end of this part here. Let's take a look down there. So further down the street, where we've just come from, which is up that side, there's Domenico and Silvana, my wife. So that's the street where the restaurants were just then. So this is actually part of the ZTL, which means it's limited traffic. So, and as you can see, the street's quite small. So you're it's not as if you're going to get thousands of people coming down here. Now, when I show you inside this property, it is 2 apartments that could easily be 1 as well, but this is one of them, with this beautiful entrance here. But when you get inside, it's like another world altogether. This is a brilliant one, and you're so close to the beautiful centre of Chieti. I've only shown you the bottom part of Chieti. I am going to do a separate video on Chieti in the centre, and I'll post that on here eventually. Hopefully I'll get that done during August time. So this is the entrance. Absolutely brilliant location. Okay. It's a real traditional entrance to this. This internal courtyard is obviously for use for all the people that have properties in here. There's some there, some through this door. We're going through this door on the left, which is still communal because there's another door that takes you to the entrance of another apartment. This is such a nice area, so and to be right in the city centre, but yet there's a nice peace in this place, and it's limited traffic. So outside here, there may be 1 car pass every now and then. Okay, so this entrance is shared because this is an apartment, somebody else's apartment, and then the entrance to this is either here and another entrance there. So this place is a possibility of having 2 apartments or 1 large apartment. Lots of different options here. So let's start in the main apartment. Been completely restored. These tiles are fantastic. They're really, really nice tiles. It's almost like a stone. The only thing to do here is to add some wall lights if you need them, and the plaques that fit onto the electric sockets. Everything else has been done. So this is just the hallway. Beautiful entrance. So we're going to look at it as 2 apartments to start with, but then see how you can fit it all together. So the other apartment with its entrance, this is the part in that. So I'm going to close that door off for now because I just want you to concentrate on this one. So from this huge hallway, we have the night area that I'll show you in a second, and then we open up into this beautiful living dining area. I'd say living area because the kitchen is plenty big enough to have a dining table in. Obviously we are in the centre, so you do get a little bit of traffic from the back. And then look at the space we have, and a nice fireplace there. This is a great size room. The windows are in great condition. So this flooring, the ceiling heights, these have got to be probably, I would say maybe 3.5 meters to 4. Beautiful ceilings. The windows are double glazed. They're fairly new, to be honest. Shutters outside. Got the view, the archway to the old town. You're 2 minutes from everything here. And then in this direction, you can actually see the sea. Sea views. It's a small balcony, but you could probably pull a chair out there, I would say. This apartment, the attraction of this apartment is being in the city centre. But a really nice part of the city centre. Quite like this fireplace as well. It's quite a modern, it's got a modern twist to it. I do really like that. I like what they've done. It looks like they've actually used different tiles on here. Quite cleverly done that. I'm not sure if it's a working fireplace, but I think it is. If not, just be one of those for show, to have candles in. Okay, so this is the living area. Then we have the kitchen, which again is a great size. It needs the kitchen to be put in. Lovely high ceilings again. Stunning high ceilings. And all the plumbing, everything's here, ready to go in. It's just a case of taking the measurement and off you go. Great size kitchen. Has the boiler at the end. I think I would have some sort of cupboard maybe for that, just to finish it off rather than leaving it out on show. It's not brand new, but it's also not a really old one, so works with no problem, I've been told. So kitchen along this wall, maybe the fridge at the end possibly, and then there's enough room in here for a dining table, easily. Great space, and considering how hot it is, these buildings really do keep fresh. So it's been closed up, so you would think it would be really hot in here, but it's not at all. What a great space. It's very comfortable. Then they've made this a bathroom. Now, I think I would have been tempted to have it more as a laundry. Obviously, they've got the sink, they've got everything in here, but then they put this shower, and I don't know if you can see on the camera, but the ceiling's curved, so I would not be able to get in there. For me, this should be more utility. I would have had a space there for a washing machine, personally. But maybe you would keep it as a bathroom. There is another one, and then in the other apartment there's one. Still very usable. Then we have, off this lounge area, this is some people may see it as a waste of space, but I like having a big entrance like this. I think it's quite grand. So then we have the night area, which on this one there's one bedroom. Obviously, if you're using it to rent, you could maybe have a sofa bed in the other room. They've made quite good use of this space. This could potentially be maybe a wardrobe. Have a bit of a walk-through wardrobe. There's then what would be an ensuite, good size. Decent size shower. I'm fairly big boned and I think I could get in that. That's my description anyway. Then we have the main bedroom. The main bedroom is a little bit small, but because you've got space for a wardrobe, you just really need to fit a double bed in. Now they have put this false ceiling in I've actually done it in the other apartment as well for storage. I'm not sure if I would keep that, because they easily get a double bed in. You can see with the sockets, you can easily get a double bed in. But I just feel I feel like I would rather see the higher ceiling. Don't know. Let me know in the comments. Then you've got a nice tall window. Obviously you're in the city, so your views are just of other properties. You just get the top of one of the churches. Don't think anybody lives in the one across. That looks like fibre optics as well. So as I said, I'm not sure what I think about this, but I suppose good storage. So this is apartment 1. Then you could have a completely separate apartment, which you do have access to it here. So if you wanted to, and let's say if you were renting it and somebody wanted 2 bedrooms, then you could open that up and it becomes 2 bedrooms, potentially even 3. But it also has its own entrance. So I'm going to come in from the own entrance, if I can find the light. So this, imagine this being apartment 2. So here, obviously this is a much smaller apartment, but still a good size. So this would be a kitchen. Again, a similar boiler as the other one. In the kitchen here, you'd probably get a 2-meter kitchen. You can buy those for around about 1,000–1,500 euros fitted. There's lots of companies doing things like that. Nice high ceiling, so you get that feeling of space. And again, in this corner, they've got another fireplace. So if you're renting this out as a separate unit, maybe, if you wanted to do holiday lets, then this would be the living space. So people would have a kitchen diner. Then you have bathroom with everything in, sink, bidet, the shower. This is a little bit smaller, the shower, but again, sliding doors so you can get in there. It's nice high ceilings. And then in here would be the bedroom. But again, they've put one of these floating floors in. I do understand for space, but I'm not sure that it works in here, I've got to be honest. Even though, I don't know if you can see up there, but you could probably get a child's bed if you wanted to keep it, and there is a staircase going up to it. But I don't know, I think I'd still like to see. I can understand why they've done it, and I'm sure some of you will think that it's a great idea. But for me, the beauty of these old apartments is the height of these ceilings, and I'd like to have a bedroom with huge high ceilings. In my opinion, you could probably even have a little sofa in here as well if needs be. Just make it a nice apartment, or a great addition to the main apartment. So what would you do? Would you keep it as 2 apartments? The great thing is you've got a joining door there and this little corridor just to make it seem like it's all one, but then you've got the option to rent out 2 places if needed. Condition's superb as well. And the location, well, Chieti's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's do our final thoughts on this one. So my final thoughts, again, this is another different property. I'm trying to show you a few different variations. We've not really done any in a city. It's a small city, and it's a beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful place. It actually predates Rome, believe it or not. So in terms of location, you are 10 minutes, 15 minutes, if that, from the beach. But you can also be up in the ski resorts in less than 40 minutes. So you're really, Chieti's a great place. A really great place. And it's central Abruzzo, so it's easy to get around everywhere. Here, as you can imagine, there's lots of buses. And there's trams, buses, there's everything that will then drop you down to Chieti Scalo, which is the lower part of Chieti, where you can catch the train line. You can get over to Rome, you can get anywhere. So here, you don't need a car at all. If you're renting it, your visitors don't need a car. You can get the train to anywhere to explore around. It is over 20,000 people, so obviously you don't fall into the 7% tax break areas. But not everybody's looking for that anyway. Great condition, absolutely stunning location, and the possibility to have 2 apartments, I think it's great. Superb condition, just needs the kitchen really. Kitchen, some of the light fittings, finishing off, and then you're in. Great property. Really, really is something special for those of you that want to be in this sort of location. Lots of restaurants around, lots of bars just at the end of the street, and through the archway there's lots of new great restaurants. This is a great one, absolutely superb. I'm excited for somebody on this one, definitely. So there you go. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on these videos. I really do appreciate all the support and the kind emails that you send. I really do appreciate it. Very, very kind of you, and long may it continue. Remember to join us every Thursday, live streaming, 7 p.m. Central European Time, where we discuss the buying procedure when you're buying a property in Italy, the legalities of that, amongst many other subjects. And if you are in the market for something in a city such as Chieti, which has lots of character and lots of story, then I think it would be hard to beat this one. It really would. Somebody's got to snap this place up.